Shalom and welcome. This is Man's Final Step. This is the 7th installment of this series, Man's Final Step. My name is Symmanayah and today is December 8th, 2013. This message is specifically to those who believe they would be among the 144,000 and multitude mentioned in Revelation 7th and 14th chapter. It is to Yasharal, those who seek to worship and obey the Almighty Father, Yahuwah, and accept Yahusha as Mashiach. With that said, in this segment, I want to bring to your attention distance, time, and something to think about: when. Let me begin with a series of questions. Are we in end times? Are these the last days? Do you seek to worship and obey the Almighty Father Yahuwah and accept Yahusha as Mashiach, as Messiah? Do you believe that you would be in the number of the 144,000 and or multitude that would come out of the Great Tribulation? Will the 144,000 be gathered together? Will there be some from the multitude gathered with the 144,000 taken to a safe place? Have you read about famine, which is food shortage, drought, which is fresh water shortage, pestilence, and disease coming on man during the last days? Could this result in civil unrest, increased crime, violence, turmoil, and much, much more in the midst of people starving or looking for fresh water to drink, or increased pestilence and a rise in disease? Will airports, railways, waterways, roadways become congested during chaos and civil unrest? Are you only looking for end-time prophecies to be fulfilled on your block, in your neighborhood, in your community, in your city, in your state, or only in your country before waking up? Are you waiting to follow the masses or those who are your closest of friends? Is it possible to be used as a leader? Or do you have the strength to follow one led by the Spirit of Yahusha and chosen by the Spirit of Yahusha? Have you given thought to how much time it would take you to get to the gathering of the 144,000 and multitude, should you be chosen as one of those who would participate in these ranks? Have you established a mind, body, and soul to obey the guidance of the Spirit of Yahusha? Have you prayed for discernment and understanding on what must you do in these end times? There are many more questions that can and will be answered, my brothers and sisters, whether you know it or not, whether you think you are ready or not. Soon you will grow to accept the realities of end time prophecies and the fulfillment of Scripture like never before. Allow me to present some additional information. I submit to you some examples of distance from various points, and I will use the state of Virginia as an example of things to consider. I will use specifically Richmond, Virginia, for the distance to a specific destination in miles, from a specific destination in miles. I will use driving time in hours and days at 70 miles per hour and at roughly 8 to 10 hours a day, and walking time, if you were walking, at 8 miles per day and number of days. The number of miles from Seattle, Washington to Virginia is roughly 2,860 miles. It would take roughly 41 hours to get to Richmond, Virginia. And driving only 8 to 10 hours a day, it would take you roughly 5 days to get there from Seattle, Washington to Richmond, Virginia. If you was walking, it would take nearly a year, if not over. From Los Angeles, the same thing, very close, 2,616 miles, 37 hours, over 327 days if walking. St. Louis, Missouri, 821 miles, 12 hours. It would roughly take you a day and a half if you was only driving 8 to 10 hours. If you were walking, it would take over 100 days. Chicago, Illinois, 798 miles. It would take you roughly 11 hours, a day and a half, and roughly 100 days or more. Columbus, Ohio, 477 miles, almost 478 miles, 7 hours. It would be a day's journey if you're driving at a speed of 70 miles per hour and only 8 hours in a day. So it would take you roughly a day. Boston, Massachusetts, 547.6 miles, roughly 8 hours, roughly a day. And if you was walking, it would take you nearly 70 days to get there. My brothers and sisters, these distances and times, of course, are very conservative. So come to know that it will take much work to assemble 144,000 in multitude. Let us consider there are even more details, such as resources that you would need, water, food, not to mention fuel for travel, among other things must be considered. Who gets to go and what can be taken are other questions. Allow me to add another. Which route would one take? By now, my brothers and sisters, I believe you are starting to get the point. Given what I've presented, the big question now becomes when. Do I begin my journey, or if I will be in the ranks? Do I begin my journey if I believe I will be in the ranks of the gathered, those representing 144,000 in multitude that will come out of the Great Tribulation? Or am I preparing to be a martyr by staying in place, not moving? Or will I face another end, an end because of unbelief, an end because of rebellion? Yes, my brothers and sisters, there will be those who would be friends to those of the 144,000 in multitude left behind, or who will face a different end. The time will come when we will know when to move with precision. All proof will come. Some will move sooner than others. There will be an emergence of 144,000 in multitude. Keep in mind, in the example presented, there is yet the distance to travel to the Mount Sinai region, if and only if this is the appointed place for safety. There is much work to be done, and the Spirit of Yahushua will refine and perfect the chosen, who will participate in the fulfillment of scriptures regarding the rise of 144,000 in multitude who will come out of the Great Tribulation. Proof will come, my brothers and sisters. I pray that we are able to establish a ready mind, body, and soul to discern and obey as the Spirit of Yahushua guides and as he used those who would lead us in such a gathering. Remember, like in the days of Noah and Lot, people were left behind. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, think about distance, time, and when it will be appropriate for you to move. I pray that none of us get caught up in the chaos and civil unrest that is soon to come as a result of famine, drought, pestilence, and disease. I pray that we become sensitive to the voice of the Spirit of Yahushua and move as he guides us, move as he uses those whom he has chosen to lead us. I pray that we're able to endure until the very end. My brothers and sisters, until next time, pray, watch, study, and establish a ready mind to obey the Spirit of Yahushua, either directly or through those whom he has chosen to lead us. Until next time, stay tuned as the messages continue regarding those who would be of the 144,000 and multitude that will come out of the Great Tribulation, as stated in Revelation 7th and 14th chapter. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, shalom, shalom, shalom.